In this tutorial, we will use the Aptigent PowerTools Convert Currency action to convert a monetary value from one international currency to another. The flow will be initiated with a screen that contains three fields: a numeric value to convert, along with the currency source and currency target. Upon submission, the action will retrieve real-time Forex quotes to perform the conversion and email the subsequent result to the user who initiated the flow. Let's begin by setting up a couple of variables and the pick list items. First, a list of email addresses to retrieve the results. This will be a simple text variable that allows multiple selections. Next, we'll create a numeric value to store the output of the conversion operation that will be concluded in the body of the email. This will be a number, and as a monetary value, we'll have 2 decimal places. We will then create a pick list using the custom objects that are created when PowerTools is installed. There are a number of such objects, including things like time zones, global regions, scientific conversions, and the like, which provide lists of allowable values for users to select from so they don't need to reference the documentation for each action. To do this, create a pick list choice set. We will call it our currency list. You can search through the objects for PowerTools. Select the PowerTools object, set the data type to a pick list, and you can see the allowable pick list options that are deployed by default. There's quite a few of them. We're looking for the Aptigent currency object. Once we have these pieces in place, we can now start to build our flow. Let's begin by creating a screen for the user to interact with. On the screen, we'll call it our currency converter. And in the control navigation, we can get rid of the previous and pause options as we won't be needing them. Then, in our screen itself, we can drag on a number value, and we can set its label. We can then drag on 2 pick list elements to represent the source and target currencies. Our data type will be a text, and our choice will be our currency list pick list. The same applies to our target. We now have our screen the users will be able to interact with. We'll set our input value to required, and now we're done. We now need to add email addresses to our emails variable by creating a new assignment, which we'll do here. Call it notification emails. And we'll add it to the existing collection variable using our global user variables for email. In this instance, we'll only be sending it to the person who initiated the flow. Now we can add the Aptigent PowerTools Convert Currency action. From our list of actions, we simply type in PowerTools, or select it from the options on the left. There we are. You'll note that there are over 60 actions available in the Aptigent PowerTools set, from manipulating collections to managing data, converting date and time values, performing financial operations, doing scientific conversions, and a whole lot more. In this case, we're going to select the Convert Currency action. It's asking for three inputs: our source currency, our target currency, and our numeric value, each of which has a corresponding value on the screen that we created. So beginning with the source currency, we'll select that from our screen. Same with target currency, and finally the input value. We'll then manually assign the output to our output value. Now we have the action configured. In our final step, we'll add an action to email the results. So we'll choose email, send an email, and in the body we will set it to our output variable. That is the result of our convert currency action. Give it a subject, and assign the email addresses. And our simple flow is complete. What will happen when the user submits is that the PowerTools action will send the values out to the PowerTools service, which will obtain real-time quotes from Forex, do the currency conversion, and return the value, which the user will then receive in an email. So let's save our flow. And debug it to see the results. Here's our screen. We'll put an input value in US dollars and we'll convert it to British pounds. And here you can see the pick list value of all the allowable currency conversions. If we look in the debug details, we can see each of our inputs, the assignments that they made, and here in this section we can see the result of our Apex code running with our inputs and our output, which is a result of $75.02 or 75.02 British pounds to 100 US dollars. The recipient then receives the email and our flow is complete. And that concludes our tutorial for the Convert Currency action of Aptigent PowerTools for Salesforce.